What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with Reality Recap here for another live Tea Talk session. We are streaming live right now across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to talk about last night's episode of Love During Lockup. This is season 7, episode 3's recap. Make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comments as I give you my unsolicited thoughts. Let's take care of business before we get started. Make sure that you like this video. Please like, heart, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Reality Recap 2876. It's linked in the bios on my social media platforms so that you don't miss any of my pre-recorded or live Tea Talks. And yes, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at what you see here at the bottom of the screen, reality underscore recap, honey. Now let's get into it because this episode did not disappoint. I am really enjoying this season. I hope you guys are too. Let me know. But yeah, we're gonna jump right into it. We'll start with the couple Monique and Titus. So in this episode, we got to see the continuation of Monique fainting in the restaurant. If you need a quick recap, Monique, two sisters in town because Monique moved from Chicago to Cleveland. Yeah, she's back in Cleveland after it didn't work out with Derek. She has moved back. She's been there for about 4 months because she wants to be there when Titus is released. She has never met Titus in person, but she has decided to uproot her life and move to Cleveland in support of her relationship. Her sisters come to town to visit. They are traumatized after her last relationship with Derek. We've talked about everything that happened there. We saw everything that happened there, them fighting with her sisters. We saw that he put a restraining order out on her. So we saw all of that happen real time, and now she's dating another inmate that she has not met in person. So her sisters are leery. Of course they would. They care for her. They've been through this before. They're watching her on this show again. So yeah, they're gonna ask questions. So they questioned him on the phone. To me, it wasn't rude. The sister was asking, what's your intentions with my sisters when you get out? And he like, my intentions is to love on her. Okay. What else? But yeah, that conversation didn't go well. Monique was upset. She basically ended the lunch, and she might not have wanted to leave the lunch. She should have just stayed and had something to eat because she got up from the table to leave and she passed out cold on the floor. And she then revealed, that she is taking GLP-1s, which if you're following her and you're, not blocked like me, even though I still know, but she was doing her GLP-1 journey and she was documenting that and putting that on her social media. I want y'all to stop coming in my comments telling my son she lost 100 pounds where. I don't know. I don't know where she lost it at. So don't ask me. I'm not getting involved in that. But yeah, she's on GLP-1s and she said that she had not eaten or drinking anything since 2 o'clock the day before. Damn. You lucky that's all that happened was you passed out and you was able to wake back up, girl. But child, the EMTs came, they had me cackling because the EMT like, okay, so all three of y'all riding in the ambulance? And then he asked it again, like, so no, for real, all three of y'all gonna try to ride in this ambulance? I said, Lord have mercy. Listen, I don't like to, I'm not body shaming, but the shit was funny, okay? It was funny. And the one sister said, no, I'll ride in the car. So these same sisters that she was telling them to mind their business and leave her relationship alone was the same two sisters that was there for her. One riding in the ambulance, one following in the car because EMC said no, we can't do that. And they went and stayed at the hospital with her, and she was released afterwards. And she said, she had not eaten. And she decides right after getting released from the hospital that she's gonna go get Popeye's chicken. Now listen. Again, not body shaming. It's more like, girl, what are you thinking? If you're taking GLP-1s, you're expected to have a bit of a better diet. And to leave the hospital after fainting and go straight for fried chicken was just absolutely insane to me. I'm just being honest. I know I'm just saying what y'all thinking. Y'all can act like y'all wasn't thinking it, but it was like, oh, this where we going right after we got out the hospital. It's to Popeye's chicken. Y'all can act like y'all wasn't thinking it, but you was. I'll say it for you. They get back to the house, and yet again, I'm cackling because it's like these same sisters that came to support you, that you telling to mind their business, got to blow up their own mattresses And I'm not saying that Monique can't afford furniture. I think she pretty much said that, listen, when she first moved to Cleveland, that things were rocky with Titus. And she wasn't sure if she was going to stay. So she did not purchase any furniture outside of a bed for herself. So to see her on the phone with Titus telling him that, hey, we're not going to be able to go meet your family because I just came out of the hospital. I passed out. While her sisters that she is treating so mean are blowing up their air mattresses, honey. Took me clean out. And production is so shady because they really sitting there filming them plug up their air mattresses and blow them up. I said, child, this show is unhinged. But yeah, she's telling Titus that she passed out and she's not going to be able to meet his family or take her sisters, and they were all supposed to hang out with his cousin, what's his name, Darius, I think, that we met in the other episode. But basically saying that she ain't gonna be able to do that meetup today. And he don't seem to care at all. No, like, are you all right? What happened? He like, see, the problem is you don't take heed to what I tell you to do and to stay on point, and this wouldn't be happening. It was like, girl, now I see why you ain't got no furniture. You need to go back home, honey, because I want, Monique wants love. I want it for her. But it don't seem like she's gonna ever make it to life after lockup. We keep getting on love during lockup, love after lockup, but she just don't never seem to make it to that third series with these relationships. And I don't think she's gonna make it this time, to be honest. But he did not care at all that she had passed out. He was just mad at her. No support whatsoever. This ain't working out for you, Monique. Like, I'm tired of seeing you getting played on this TV, honey. I'm tired of it. But yeah, so she hung up with him. Apparently, they had a conversation that was off camera where he calls her back and called her a dumb bitch. And she was upset about that. And he called back the next day and she like, so have you thought about everything that you said and did? And he like, thought about what? I ain't pondering over nothing. Child. I watched this morning. I didn't watch it last night, y'all. I was up this morning watching this shit, hollering. But yeah, he like, I ain't pondering over shit. I'm moving forward. I ain't hung up on that. It happened. I said what I said. She's looking for an apology. He ain't willing to give it. The sisters take the phone because they eavesdropping, and they take the phone. So I was like, we don't like how you talking to our sisters. And he's like, he gives really male chauvinistic vibes, if I'm being honest. Like, he's saying, well, what about me? She been in Cleveland 4 months. She ain't come to see me. She ain't thought about me. Me. Yikes. So she takes the phone back and she telling him that she blocking him. If he can't apologize or take any accountability, she blocking him. Don't call her. Don't text him. And she hung up on him and supposedly blocked him. Girl. This is episode 3. We got a lot more episodes to go. We know you ain't keeping him blocked, so stop it. You just go ahead and take the fact that you was not getting an apology. You gonna move on and continue to try with this relationship. Like, stop it, 5. Stop it. Thank you. I want to make sure I'm saying your name right on Instagram. Thank you for checking. Is it Tally Baby? Said I didn't watch, but because of you, I will. Please do. Because I need people to cackle with about this show. Please watch. The pure foolishness of it all, honey. So please make sure you watch if you didn't. But I'm going to give you the rundown. And you go ahead and watch it and make sure you're ready for next Friday. I am thinking about, guys, going back to, I used to do on TikTok before TikTok banned my page. I'm trying to build it back up. But I used to do like Friday night watch parties. So I'm thinking about going back to that where I watch it live with you guys. Some of you appreciated that because you didn't have WeTV. I guess WeTV is not everywhere. So I'm thinking about going back to that. So let me know, okay? But I definitely want to get back to doing some live watch parties. But yeah, she blocked him. He ain't staying blocked. Not at all. So yeah, but he's definitely giving a little bit of an asshole vibe. And he's king of the castle. He already done put the cameras everywhere, got his cousin checking on her. And he basically was saying he felt like she faked fainting so she didn't have to meet his family. And I don't think that's true at all. I mean, she moved for you. Apparently, she wants to have a relationship. She already met your cousins. So why would she bail out on meeting the rest of your family when she had her sisters there and that was the plan? So to think that she faked fainting and going to the hospital is nonsense. But yeah, Titus, he not giving the vibe. He's not giving the vibe that this is gonna go well and well for her. So we'll continue to watch and see when she unblock him by next episode. Don't come in here starting live through me. Live through me on Instagram said, bro, they needed the fire department to pick her up. Stop it. We're not doing it. I don't know why the fire department came. They part of the first responder crew, live through me, but she didn't get in the did she get in the fire truck? Don't give me the lion. She got in the ambulance. Sally Baby said she loves a-holes, so I don't feel sorry for her. Yeah, I mean, she wants love. She's made that clear, but she's just looking for it in all the wrong places. All of the wrong places. Okay? Not it. Let's move on. Live through me said they came because the EMS needed help. Blocked. We're blocking live through me. We're not reading any more of his comments. Not at all. Not doing that. That is not what this page is about. We're not tearing down. We're not body shaming. Okay. And that's what your comments are giving. All right. Let's move on to Aisha and Mikuel. Now, let me tell y'all something. Aisha cursed me out this morning, y'all. Okay. She cursed me out. Let me show y'all why. She cursed me out because of my thumbnail. She said that I did lazy journalism because I picked a Cabbage Patch Kid that I wanted to pick and her picture and put it on my thumbnail. And she said that I could have easily went to her page and got the real picture of Smoochie and that I could have put her real picture up there. And I said, lazy girl, do you know how long it took me to conversate with Chat GPT to get this thumbnail done? I thought it was amazing. But she sent me a picture to use the next time, which I will. So my apologies, Aisha. But I thought my thumbnail was cute. Y'all was laughing in the comments, so I'm gonna think it was. So she came back and she said, you know what, you right. I shouldn't have called you lazy because I worked hard. You know, Chat GPT don't be listening. That shit is hard headed sometimes. So for me to get this early this morning took a lot of effort. But yeah, she tried to curse me out this morning. So I told her, come on in and check in. Watch the episode. Since she was criticizing my dad on thumbnail, but we can really criticize you. Okay, Aisha, let's talk about Aisha who drove down there to the country. Aisha, I hope you're watching. Did you really think that you could just drive up to a prison and go in and visit? Did you really think that's how it worked? Because that is not how it go. You don't just decide you're going to get in the car and drive to the prison and then you just visit. Not at all, ma'am. Not at all. But Aisha, you know, she took the drive because she had plans to visit Mikuel, visit his aunt, see his property because Mikuel is a cowboy, allegedly. He has land and cattle. And that's seemingly why he's in jail. Is it clear to any of y'all why he's in jail? Is it clear to you? Do we know what his charges are? I need to go check Amber's page because Amber probably know. But it's not clear to me what he's locked up for because to have the website saying that you locked up for 999 years and you just telling me that you had a confrontation with a man that tried to steal some of your cattle. Huh? Did you slaughter him? Why does it say you have to do 999 years for a confrontation over cattle? Or better yet, that was a parole violation. What did you do the last time for the parole? I thought it was drug trafficking. So you doing life off of a confrontation? I'm confused, y'all. Y'all tell me what is he in jail for? I feel like he's the only one that it came up because I think it's part of the storyline that it came up and Everybody else, they kind of talked about, okay, you're in jail for armed robbery, theft, auto theft, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to him, it's unclear to me. It really is. Let me check Amber page and see. Because Amber posted something. I'm gonna put it up for y'all anyway. But yeah, I'm not 2 and 2 is not adding up for me here. But Amber did post, I put it up. This is credit of according to Amber. It says that Mikuel got his probation denied in 2022. And that he goes back in front of the parole board in 2027. So I also was confused as to why in this episode he was talking about like he was going to get out in 6 months. Huh? Getting out in 6 months. That don't add up either. So y'all tell me, am I the only one confused here? What did he do about this cattle? He must have was waving the fofo. He must have unalived somebody because that 999 years ain't adding up. But yeah, Aisha, she drove down to the prison. She brought one of her best friends with her. She getting out the car, telling myself, well, I need questions answered. I want to ask somebody. He, transferred to his prison, and I haven't heard from him since. And the officer she talking to was like, okay, so why you ain't get on the DOC website and find out what's going on with him? Or why you didn't call over the phone? Like Aisha, I'm just going to think that you're new to this. But yeah, typically there are visiting hours and you have to be approved on a list before you go. You have to worry about what you're wearing. You can't wear anything revealing. Normally, the girls, when I used to go back in the day, when I used to have to go visit, I used to have to wear a long white t-shirt to just cover everything up. Like damn near so big, it was like a sundress. Yeah, over top of my clothes. So Aisha, if you need some pointers, let me know. But I was afraid that a sniper was about to get you up there in one of them towers, honey, or you was about to end up in there with Mikuel because you really like, no, I want to ask somebody in person. You're not making this you're not making this easy for yourself because you don't want to you haven't even heard about being on the visitation list yet. You don't want to get denied because they will do that. Exactly, live through me. I have no idea how she just came up there demand the answers. I just took it that she don't know how this process work. This is her first inmate. So she don't know how the process work. Yeah, she wanted to speak to customer service, but yeah, you do that over the phone, ma'am. And you have to be very polite about it when you do that. Or you just go to doc.gov, put his name in, and you go from there. But I don't know. She definitely wasn't able to visit. No surprise there. We'll see her hopefully visit his aunt, see his land, and hopefully it all makes sense eventually. Also in this episode with Aisha, we saw her emotional support doll called Smoochie. I saw Smoochie before this episode because she's been going live lately. She has Smoochie on her lives. And I get the backstory. She said that she was homeless growing up. She didn't have anyone. So she loves Smoochie, and Smoochie is her support doll that's kind of been through everything with her. I mean, she dresses this doll. She talks to this doll. She has the doll on her lives. I'm thinking she's going to be on TLC's My Strange Addictions next. But she loves Smoochie. So Aisha, listen, you and Smoochie come up here for an interview, okay? Let's talk to you and Smoochie and learn more about this relationship because I'm confused on what Mikuel did. And I also want to know, Aisha, have you ever thought about dating your best friend, the guy that was telling you he's not supporting this, that was at your show, that came to your house afterwards? I think he loves you. That's the vibe he gave me in last week's episode. Why you not dating him? Look at me trying to be a love matchmaker for somebody I don't even know. I don't even know if he if he a right match, but he seemed like it. But yeah, honey, I don't know. She's also supposed to see a lawyer when she goes down to visit him, and I'm hoping it's a lawyer like Letitia had when Letitia was trying to find out about Keith, on her season of Love During Lockup that was telling her straight up, like, what are you doing here? So I hope she finds a good lawyer to tell her the truth. But she was definitely about to go to jail. Let's move on to our next couple. We met the newest couple and the last couple of the season. So we now have met every couple for this season of Love During Lockup. But we met Rich and Felicia. Now, first of all, soon as Rich came up on the screen, he was like, "Yeah, I'm rich." I thought he meant he had that bag. I was like, "Oh shit, your name is Rich." But Rich is seemingly a ladies' man. He wanted to let us know. I don't know. He wants to give ladies' man. He was giving cornball to me, not my type. But he definitely came up on the screen talking about how he lost his virginity at 11. Okay. Um, that he's been married twice already and divorced. And he was like, "Yeah, but I'm not a player." Yeah, sure, because you don't give those vibes. But I think he's about 34 years old. And he's living the Texas life, got his little nice black tinted out Audi car. The ladies probably fall for that. And he has decided that he went to sleep one night, said that he had a dream that he was dating somebody locked up. And that caused him to wake up and search prison sites for women. What are we watching, y'all? So yeah, because of a dream he had dating an inmate, he decided to get up and on his good MacBook and search for an inmate, and he came across Felicia. Felicia has been locked up since she was 17 years old. She's been locked up for 9 years. So it's kind of uno reverse. We usually see men that go to jail very young and they come out stuck still in that 17, 18-year-old teenage mentality. I think Felicia's about to do the same thing. Just my assumptions, my predictions, but I think she's going to come out and do the same thing. She yeah, locked up since she was 17 years old. She's been in there for 9 years. She went to jail for armed robbery and auto theft. So, yeah, they've never met in person. He's all in. She's seemingly all in. She's saying that she wants to come out and marry Rich and be with Rich and have children with Rich. But she also made it a point to say, listen, I've been in here 9 years. I've been dating and talking and pen paling with a whole lot of people. They may pop up when she gets out. But that her plan ultimately is to be with Rich. Yeah, we're gonna see how this work out. Yeah. I'm hoping that there's multiple guys there to pick her up like we seen before, and they fought outside of the jail. I'm hoping to see something similar. Call me toxic if you want. I don't care. Yeah, auto theft lived through me, but it was auto theft and it was armed robbery. But she down there and she's from Louisiana. She's down there in the country. Anytime you do mess like that, they're gonna fry your boots. Okay. It is not Jersey, live through me, where you just get a little slap on the wrist and you go about your business because they ain't got time to be processing and doing all of this. But yeah, 9 years. So she's getting ready to come home soon. Rich went to talk to his cousin about this relationship, and his cousin kept it 100 with him because he was like, he said that Felicia is Sicilian. And Rich's cousin was like, "I don't think they like black people." She said, I guess what everybody was thinking. I don't know much about Sicilian culture. So I didn't know that, honestly. But Felicia made it obvious as well that her father, they showed the picture of him. It looked like he did some time his damn self. He definitely looks very militant. But Felicia said that her father is very adamant that she marries a Sicilian Italian man, and that she, comes home and does the right thing. So, yikes. We'll have to see how that plays out with Rich, if he even gets to meet her family, if she don't play him as soon as she gets out. He did not mention, in my opinion, as far as like how much money he's given to her or supporting her, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if he's being used. He definitely isn't our typical where we see a guy dating a woman that's, on the outside who can't find women, who's kind of nerdy. He's not giving that vibe. He's still a cornball to me, but it definitely doesn't seem like he's hurting for women on the outside. But I don't know. He had this dream that he was dating an inmate. It gave him an epiphany. He found Felicia, and here we are. He also seems to like Felicia, though, just because she has been locked up so long. He mentioned how he feels like because she has been locked up for the last 9 years, that she's not tainted by the perceptions of social media, where, we are in the era of big boobs, big butt, lip injections, Botox, which, by the way, I love all that shit. I want it all. But he seems to like her or drawn to her because she doesn't know anything about that. He must not be planning to give her a phone like most of these people do when the inmate get out. He must not be planning to give her a phone. I don't know. Like, what do you want her to be, Amish, bruh? I don't know, but she's gonna learn about it. And I don't get why he think that she don't know about it. Does he think everybody she's locked up with has been in the same amount of time as her? He doesn't know that women come in and out of that prison. They do the same stuff in jail that we do out here, just different ways. They find ways to make makeup, to make liquor, to do their hair up. They find the same avenues to do shit that we do out here. I don't get his rationale behind that. Live Through Me says she missed the BBL era. Nah, it's still that era. She didn't miss. She didn't miss it. She didn't miss it. Amber said he's gonna give her a flip phone. He's gonna give her a Motorola two-way pager. Hey Toria, thank you for checking in. Hey D, thank you for checking in. Toria said he is dumb because they have social media in jail and prison. They have tablets. Yeah, they have tablets. We saw the other boy, I forget his name, in the other season where his tablet came home before him. He had the big booty women on it, and the girl was mad. So yeah, they get tablets. We see video visits. I don't get what he's talking about at all. True Bonnie said on Instagram, I also took it as she wasn't trying to be seen all on the socials and be popular. Well, maybe not, but she definitely ain't just been in jail. I mean, she did say some other men's may pop up when she get out. She said she been locked up 9 years. She said it's a lot of people waiting for her to get home. So I don't think she's as unpopular as he thinks she is. I tell you, call me toxic, but I swear I hope it's more than one man waiting there for her to get out. Say what you want. I love the drama. Yeah, that too. Does he think TV don't exist in there? Yeah, like maybe he thinks she in the hole 24/7. I don't know. But yeah, they have the same resources. I mean, limited, of course, but she has not been in a cell with no windows, no communication, no interest in the outside world for the last 9 years. I don't know why he hasn't visited her, yo. But yeah, he seems excited though. She seems excited. We'll see how it go. She also has a side to her. She says she's from Louisiana Creole. They got that's the spicy down there. And she said that, people take advantage of her. She take advantage of them back. That's why she started robbing. So she ain't as innocent and unpopular as you might think, True Bonnie. Kovia, I love you. I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. We already talked about Monique. That was the first person we talked about. But don't worry, this episode will be loaded on my YouTube channel, so you can please go back, watch, support, give me your thoughts. But we definitely talked about Monique. I'm sorry, honey. I did give y'all heads up. I told you at 12 that I would be on at 2. I told you gotta set your alerts, y'all. Let's do all of that now. Set your alerts. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's linked in my Instagram bio, reality TEA Recap 2876. That's follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, reality_recap. Follow, set your alerts so you don't miss any of my live or pre-recorded episodes. But we talked about Monique. I'm sorry. She probably left out already. Kavia was like, "What in live?" But yes, this episode will be on my YouTube channel. Yeah, she look. Yeah, the way she said that, Toria, with that little NOLA accent, it's giving. She's a wild one, and I'm seated to see. Who else we got to talk about? We got to talk about two more couples. Let's talk about Kayla and Mike. Okay, Kayla and Mike. Now, last episode, we found out that Mike is hiding about $13,000 in his mom's bank account because he don't trust Kaylee with money. He feels like, she's irresponsible with her funds. And then this episode, I said, well, damn, now I see why. Now I see why he might be hiding the money, because Kaylee done went and opened credit cards in Mike's name, maxed them out, and now he coming out with bad credit. But on the flip side of that, I'm saying, well, listen, Mike is in jail asking for all this expensive stuff because he still wants to live a drug dealer lifestyle, asking for name brand clothes and special toiletries and specific types of soap. So hell, I'd have opened up some cards and got it in his name too. And she says she uses those cards when he makes requests. But she just don't pay the bill. And now they all maxed out. And that was one of the biggest arguments that they had. So I see both sides of it. He hiding money because she's irresponsible. She says she's been spending it on him. She spent over $42,000 on him. She went to Mexico and had her body done where I don't see it. But that's what she said. She went and had a mommy makeover in Mexico. And she's just been racking up debt while trying to take care of her children and live on the outside and take care of him with his expensive taste. He looks well groomed from in jail. He look better on the inside than she do on the outside, if we being honest. But yeah, Kay went to visit. I'm gonna just call her Kay because I don't know if it's Kaylee. I always mess it up. But Kay went to visit Michael's mom, and I was just now usually, right? Usually when the mom, we see the men, the men's moms, they are mama's boys and they gonna protect him at all costs. Like we see that with Mumu, right? Mumu mom ready to lie for him, deceive the women. That's usually what you expect. But it was really pleasantly surprising to see Michael's mom say, I don't know why you married him, why he's locked up. He's hard-headed, chauvinistic, self-centered. Like she was running it down. I said, so if his own mama's telling you that, why did you marry him while he was locked up? Y'all already tried this before. They're high school sweethearts. They were together before when he was locked up before. And she didn't show up. Now, she did back out of it that time. She didn't show up when he was released. They've worked through that, and now she decided to marry him while he was on the inside. But the mom was keeping it 100. And it don't sound like this is the first time she's told Kaylee this. I mean, since they're high school sweethearts, it seemed like she's known his mom for a very long time, and she's made it very clear that you should not have married my son. And you did it anyway, honey, you deserve whatever you get out of this when he come home because his own mama was telling you not to do it. Toria said, why didn't she have surgery to remove some of the fat out of her face? She did surgery to remove fat off of her body, but her head, face not matching. So weird. What do you want her to take it from here and stuff? I mean, maybe that was extra. Maybe she didn't have that because she had to spend it on Mike. But she did a complete mommy makeover. So from what I remember, right, she took the fats from the sides, the front, the back, put it in her butt. I don't know. Did she do her boobs too? I can't remember if she said she did her boobs, but maybe, it ran out. So Kaylee made it clear too that she is not a fan. Not Kaylee. Michael's mom made it very clear that she's not a fan of Kaylee's mom. So the moms got beef. Kay's mom and Mike's mom don't get along. And Mike's mom said that she she thinks that, well, not that she think, that Kay's mom, we know, had a drug addiction and a gambling addiction, and she did some really outrageous things to support her habits. One of them being stealing Kay's identity, using up her credit, getting things in her name, stealing money from her. So Mike's mom doesn't want her to come home and do the same things, like to her son. Like, she said, as long as she don't come home stealing nobody identity, we good. We can try to coexist. Now, Starcasm did report on this. So let's give the credit to Starcasm. But Starcasm talked about some of the things that Kaylee's mom, Lori, has done. She stole a ring off a dead woman, used employer's credit card to buy herself a tablet, and more. So I'll read to you really quickly what the caption said of Starcasm's post. Shout out to Starcasm for this information. But it says Kaylee's mom, Lori, stole a ring off a dead woman in 2012 and pawned it the next day. According to the court documents, Lori was with the woman when she passed and was the one who called 911. The woman's mother later told police that two of her daughter's rings were missing. Lori received $350 for the ring from a pawn shop. She was arrested on 2 felony charges and was later convicted. In January of 2013, Lori was arrested again after she used her employer's credit card to buy herself a tablet from Staples, tools from Home Depot, and parts and tools from Napa. She had her daughter return the stolen tablet to her workplace. It's unclear if that was Kaylee. And visit starcasm.net if you want more information on it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just to give you the gist of it, this woman was down bad with her addiction. And she talks about Mike's mom. And on her side of things, I see both moms' sides. But my Kaylee's mom is saying, my daughter is supporting your son. She's the one putting herself in debt, running up credit cards to try to take care of him. And you, as his mom, aren't footing any of the bill. So again, I see both sides of it. Lori does seem like she's a changed woman, that she went to jail. She talked about she went to jail, she got clean, and she's moved on. But Mike's mom, she thinks that she's above her. And Lori feels like she don't take care of her own son and leaving that burden on her daughter. Lori also seems like she is a little bit jealous, right? She's missed a lot of Kay's life. They didn't speak for 8 years. She didn't have a relationship with her grandchildren for a while. And she thinks like Mike mom is trying to step in and be her mom, and she don't like that. She's in mama bear mode for sure. So I don't know, honey, but they went clothes shopping. Lori and Kay, they went clothes shopping for Mike to again replenish all of his requests of all these high-end clothes. She bring all these clothes to the register. It come up to $700. She swiped 3 credit cards and they all declined. She swiping her credit card, another one. She swiped one of the credit cards she done opened for Mike. They all declined. So Lori like, all right, well, you know what? Call his mama. Tell his mama he need these clothes and she should help. Let's go have lunch with her. Now, where Lori messes up is she's telling Mike's mom that she's only coming to lunch by herself. She doesn't let Mike's mom know that her mama Lori is coming too. And Lori does say, I don't think that's the good idea, but I'm going regardless. So we do see in the next episode it get heated and Lori throw a drink on Mike's mom. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Yeah, like this is definitely giving beef of the families. And I don't know if just because they were together before and they're high school sweethearts, I don't know if he's going to come home and do right by her. And listening to his mom, I don't think so either. I don't think so. His mom seems to know best. And if they were going to try to make things work, why not wait till he got out and see what he do first? They love marrying somebody in jail before letting them come home and see if they even going to do right. Jail talk, people. Jail talk, Korea. Korea. Oh, you stayed, Korea. She said probably not. I thought you was going to end my ass because I already talked about Monique. But thank you for staying around. But yeah, all the cars is declining. And after listening to what Mike's mom said, this relationship don't look like it's gonna go far either. Last couple we're gonna talk about is Emily and Justin. Poor Justin. Poor Justin. He's so sad in prison. If you guys don't know, Toria had to bring me up to speed on my episode 1 recap, which I had saw it on the internet, but I must have it just passed my mind. But Justin unalived himself in jail July of last year. So there are a lot of people online, Justin's family, friends, that are blaming Emily for it and saying that, maybe because of her profession and she stayed in a relationship knowing how, knowing of his mental issues or mental health struggles. And I'm not seeing that yet. I just feel like Emily has been very upfront with him about what she doing. I know some of you guys was saying, yes, Kovia, he is no longer on this earth. Nope. I know some of you guys were saying that maybe Emily didn't need to let him know everything, right? She didn't have to let him know that the brothel bell rung and she got to go line up for the customers to see if she get picked. That she didn't have to tell him that she got picked and she got to go bust it open and she can't finish their conversation and she'll be back later. Listen. Either way, if she's living in a brothel 24/7, he knows what's happening in the brothel. She ain't in there playing Yahtzee. Okay. So I don't know. I feel like she's being honest up front. I mean, she didn't hide it from him, and he decided to still continue a relationship with her, knowing what she does. But it seems bigger than just Emily to be a reason that he may have unalived himself. Now, I don't know that for sure, but just listening to him talk, these struggles, in my opinion, my perception is these mental health struggles were pre-existing before he got with Emily. Now, yes, he's in jail and he talks about how it's so depressing. Like every day is the same. He doesn't get to go outside, and then the fact that he got into some altercations while he was locked up and he thought he was gonna be able to be eligible for parole, and that got pushed back because of his violations in jail. Justin has to take some accountability, right? Like, what did he did the things to be locked up. He got into the altercation in jail, which pushed it back. I don't really understand fully yet. I do want to continue to watch the season, but yeah, you agree, Tori? As you said, bingo. Yeah, that he already had the mental health issues. Yeah, he already seemed sad and depressed about his current situation. And then also with him now having this relationship with Emily and wanting now to get out so fast because he wants to be with her, he wants to start a life, is adding on to it. But that's not Emily's cross to bear. She was honest and upfront. But yeah, they were having a video call in this episode, and the video chat got disconnected because Emily was using his ex-girlfriend's account. Yes, you heard that right. I asked y'all about that. Did y'all catch that in the beginning of the season where she saw Justin on Facebook, reached out to Justin, his ex-girlfriend was running his page, and the ex-girlfriend hooked them up. I would be leery of that. Why is your ex-girlfriend running your page? Because I'm crazy like that. What are you talking about? Your ex-girlfriend is running your Facebook page. But either way, Emily is not able to video chat with him under her own account because apparently Emily used to be a correction officer while being a stripper on the side. She went to the jailhouse to visit Justin and she was being friendly, being her bubbly self, probably flipping her hair and everything. And she's talking to one of the correctional officers and she tells them that she used to be a CO. They look into it, cut off her visits, cut off her video visits, and she's been video chatting with him under his ex-girlfriend's account. and they disconnected the video chat. She tried to call the jail. And I was like, Emily, why would you tell him that you under this other woman's account and then tell him your name is Emily? You should have just act like you was that lady. So they were like, well, duh, that's why your visit got cut short. That's against violation. And yeah. Kovia, I think they were done filming when he unalived himself. I'm not sure. We'll see but I just know that it happened in July of last year. So it could have been, I'm not too sure if it was during filming or after filming had already ended. I think it had already ended. And then, now we're getting the season, but we'll see. Tori said the ex-girlfriend was bashing the hell out of him. Online? Let me know, Tori. Was it online that she was bashing him? But yeah, I think moral of the story for me is that definitely I am not placing blame on Emily for what happened. And I wouldn't want her to carry that around. So, Emily, if you're listening, don't listen to what people are saying online. Now, listen, I do have to watch the rest of this season to see did you do something, but I wouldn't carry that around. And it feels like he had these issues already. So they can't video chat. She can't go to the jail. Right now, all they can do is talk over the phone. And we know that video chats, she was willing to get in trouble. Yo, you could get written up. You could get a written warning for working in a brothel. There's an HR department. Because she said when it's a video chat, if the doorbell rings and she has to go do lineup, she's willing to like skip it and miss the lineup if it's a video chat. But when they was on the phone and the bell rung, she was like, "Oh, boo boo, I gotta go. I gotta go get this bread." But video chat seems to be a little bit more important to her. That they only get a limited amount for 45 minutes. But now that's cut off. So apparently, I guess whenever they talk on the phone, if that bell rings, she going. But she was willing to get written up by the brothel over her video visits. Didn't even know you could get a written warning. Didn't even know you could get. I didn't know that at all. I'm so intrigued. I told y'all honestly, and I said it before I knew that Justin had unalived himself, but I'm more intrigued by what Emily does for a profession. I am. Must be because I used to watch the Bunny Brothel show on HBO. I don't know. I love all reality TV. Y'all remember that show with Air Force Amy and all of them on HBO? I was old enough to be watching it, y'all. I went back and did the math because I told y'all before. I don't even know if I was old enough to be watching it. I was. I went and saw. I had to go look it up and see when did that show premiere. I was like, oh yeah, I was like 19, 20 years old watching that. But yeah, if you don't know about the Bunny House on HBO, I may be telling my age, but go check it out. So I'm intrigued. It gives me those vibes. And I saw some information about the other girl because I was like, the real star of the show is Bushy Meadows, one of her coworkers at the brothel, who said that her husband is also a gigolo and he was out in Hawaii with one of his sugar mamas. Well, Bushy Meadows has went ahead and did a video with her husband. It seemed like they got their own little brothel thing going where you could get a 2-for-1 special with her and her husband. I said, okay, Bushy. Definitely intrigued, and then hearing that she was a CEO during the day and a stripper at night. Emily been by her bag. True Bunny said, I think they're getting ready to release a doc inside the Bunny House. I saw that. And I'm going to be watching because I watched every episode. I told my love for reality TV goes far back than I'm willing to admit to y'all, but I've been in this game of reality TV for a long time. There's really not much that you're going to ask me, did I watch? And I'm going to be like, no, I didn't watch that. I know I didn't see that. If it's reality TV, I'm gonna give it a try. Toria said, yes, in Las Vegas, where it's legal, they have HR and all. They pay taxes to the government. If more states find a way to get taxes paid off of prostitution, it would be legal everywhere. It's sad but true. Yeah, I said a written warning. What if you're tired? What if you like when she said it's 24/7? So what is the labor laws if she's supposed to be working 24/7? What is the labor laws in Las Vegas? I don't know. But yeah, y'all, this was another great episode. I enjoyed it per usual. Let me put my thumbnail up one more time because I'm just so proud of it. Me and Chat GPT, we go together real bad. That's my new bestie. So again, Aisha, I will use your actual Smoochie doll. I told y'all she cursed me out in the comments and told me next time I make a thumbnail, use her real Smoochie doll. Don't be using no fake one. And it wasn't an AI generated doll. I really went to Google. I thought this was the cutest Cabbage Patch doll, and I put it on there. He's not AI generated. I like the little hair. But I'll use your real doll. She sent me the picture, y'all. She told me use her real doll. Don't play with her. Yes, ma'am. I will listen to you. But yeah, y'all, that's my thoughts on the episode 3 of Love During Lockup. I will be back Monday recapping, y'all know, Potomac, Married to Medicine, all of the above. We got a lot to catch up on, so it'll be 2 episodes next week of The Valley, Persian Style, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Married to Medicine, Potomac. Y'all know I'm covering it all. And those mostly are pre-recorded. I just cannot not do a live show about Love During Lockup. I love congregating with y'all about Love During Lockup. So again, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, Reality Recap 2876 is linked in my bios on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, so that you see my pre-recorded podcast recaps as well as my lives. Set those alerts. Follow me, Reality, which you see down here, Reality_recap on Instagram, Facebook. And I want to tell y'all guys really quickly, Facebook is giving me a time, y'all. They don't want me posting TV clips. They threatening to take stuff from me. They're suspending my reach. So what I asked for you is, like, they're not recommending my page right now. It's suspended as far as being recommended to new people on your timeline. So if you see my content, please share it to Facebook groups. Help me get back until I'm out of Facebook jail. And I'm taking heed. I talked to my bestie Chat GPT on other ways that I can still give y'all shorter clips, give you hot takes, but I ask that you continue to support because the content don't stop. We still growing. I reached 120K followers on Facebook this week. So thank you. Welcome new followers. Instagram is growing. You guys are loving the content. And yeah, it's moving in the direction of original content only. The TV clips, they trying to get me y'all over that. So make sure you watch the shows. We'll talk about it. And so when I give you my hot takes, you know what I'm talking about. And please continue to support. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share, like, subscribe, follow. And as I always say, I will... Wait, what you say before I get out of here? Tori said, I will teach you how. It's those bots and those community standards following you. Yeah, it is. And then it's all these weird pages tagging me, acting like they're Facebook, talking about, oh, your content is unoriginal. You're going to lose your page. I don't know if they're reporting it. Yeah, teach me, help me out, because they stressing me out and trying to stop my bag. But as I always say, guys, reality TV stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. Toria hit me in my inbox and show me how to get past this algorithm hate that I'm dealing with. It's your girl V with Reality Recap. Y'all stay warm. I'll be back Monday to recap Potomac, Married to Medicine, and Beverly Hills. And later in the week for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Shaza Sunset, and more. Peace.